Hello, everyone. Today I'll be talking about the new green building codes that are taking place and how that is impacting housing affordability. And as we may know, these new codes that are taking place for new construction come from the Sustainable Development Goals that are being implemented worldwide, and they come from the climate action from the United Nations of Sustainable Development Goals. They call for an action by all countries, poor, rich, and middle income, and they have 17 goals for affordable energy. And what I want to do today is to show you some information in regards to how that is impacting the real estate and the housing market in particular, and actually, well, housing affordability. The National Association of Home Builders is saying that the new energy codes mandate a blow to housing affordability. They said that in a move that will curb the new construction and harm housing affordability nationwide, the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development and U.S. Department of Agriculture have issued a final determination that will require all HUD and USDA financed new single-family construction housing to be built to the 2021 International Energy Conservation Code and HUD financed multifamily housing to be built to 2021 IECC without adequate review and consideration of how it will affect home buyers or renters. HUD and USDA have rammed through a mandate that will do little to curb overall energy use, but will exacerbate the housing affordability crisis and hurt the nation's most vulnerable house hunters and renters. Studies have shown that building to the 2021 IECC can add up to $31,000 to the price of a new home and take up to 90 days for a home buyer to realize a payback on the added cost of the home. This unreasonable trade-off for a new home buyer will do little to offer meaningful energy savings for residential homes and apartments, and in fact will make older, less efficient homes more attractive. The new goal of building an additional 2 million homes, and this new policy runs completely counter to that objective, said Chairman Carl Harris. HUD and USDA are supposed to help the most vulnerable home and buyers and renters, no price them out of the housing market. So this ill-conceived policy also acts as a deterrent to new construction at a time when the nation desperately needs to boost its housing supply to lower shelter inflation costs. Moreover, it is in direct conflict with the current energy codes in the majority of jurisdictions around the country. So they're saying the strong urging HUD did extend the compliance dates for the requirements to May of this year. So what we're seeing here taking place is basically the new trends to having all these green energy codes as a requirement for building. And I will not be surprised if eventually homes will have to be retrofitted to meet these requirements in order to have tenants. So little known international NGO finalizing building code forcing US homes to be green. Energy and housing groups are making final push to block energy conservation code. An international organization that develops model codes and standards for new construction is quietly preparing an energy conservation code that opponents argue is a backdoor to the climate initiative and will lead to higher home prices. The International Code Council, ICC, a Washington, D.C. based group that regularly issues more than a dozen codes regulating new construction and impacting billions of people worldwide, is expected to finalize its 2024 International Energy Conservation Code. They are incentivizing electrification and discriminating against the natural gas industry by excluding it from being part of the code, the CEO of the American Gas Association told Fox News. Okay, so if you're about energy efficiency, you should say we are about energy efficiency, however you get there, being fuel neutral. But in this case, they are prescribing the way to get there is only includes electrification. So basically they're banning anything that will use gas for heating or power. So experts warn by the current administration's water heater crackdown will hike prices, reduce consumers' choice. We know that, for instance, in California, the newly built homes are not allowed to have fireplaces. They have to have basically like pellet stoves or some kind of an electric heater, but they're not allowed to be, new homes are not allowed to be built with fireplaces, which is really ridiculous because a lot of people can only keep warm with the wood, especially if they live in a rural area or in the country. They're able to get firewood for a much cheaper cost that they could if they have to pay for propane or gas or electricity for that matter. The activists that are supporting an electrification agenda try to come in through the policy front door, which was to ban natural gas in cities and got overturned in the Ninth Circuit. They tried to ban gas at the state level, and that's not being challenged, and they have tried to do it through regulation and have been unsuccessful. So you go to a process that is very much under the radar. So as long as overall jurisdictions across 48 states representing more than 190 million Americans administer the IECC. ICC CEO Dominic Sims said late last year that the code is an essential tool for achieving energy efficiency and greenhouse gas reduction goals. The Model Building Energy Code before the International Code Council represents a consensus agreement among builders, building code officials, and energy efficiency advocates, said Jennifer Ammon, a senior fellow of the American Council for an Energy Efficient Economy that advocate for electrification policies. So we have, especially here in California, we have a failing electrical grid that basically has issues all the time, and they want us to electrify our homes and our vehicles. You can imagine what that's going to look like, but it's certainly going to increase housing costs, and so of course that's going to affect housing affordability. So this is yet another factor that's going to make housing affordability less affordable in our time. So I thank you for watching my video today. I ask you to please subscribe and share with your friends, and hope to have you next time. Thank you. Are you tired of the city life? In recent years, in the wake of some global events, many Americans have found themselves wanting to relocate in search for a new frontier away from the city life, the homelessness, crowded areas, high crime, and chaos. For many, they wish to capitalize on the freedom that remote work provides. For some, finding affordable housing, looking for rural locations to save money. The move toward rural America is still going. The National Association of Realtors still support this trend. The reason? People are looking for better quality of life, housing affordability, safety, more space, less pollution, connecting with nature, and more freedom. In this channel, we analyze real estate market trends and examine all the different areas throughout the U.S. where opportunities are for those who are looking to get out of the cities and start a new life for them and their families. If you're looking to relocate anywhere in the U.S., please contact me to schedule a Zoom consultation. I have been a real estate broker for almost 2 decades with experience in relocation strategies, and would be happy to assist you in your particular situation.